Good evening, Bobcat fans, and welcome to another edition of Coach's Corner. And tonight we have another happy person, Coach Willie. Another big night. That's 2-0 now, and things are looking good.
That's true, and we've just got to keep everything rolling. We had another big victory Friday night, and we're very proud of that, and our young men played very hard.
It was a big trip, a good trip up to Troy, Alabama, and another nice stadium. We've had 2 weeks now. We had two nice places to play in, but we've got a good one coming up this weekend, too.
That's right. We've been in 2 good stadiums, but it's sure going to be good to be home this Friday night against Hillcrest.
Coach, we've had 2 big crowds following us the last 2 weeks. We had a big crowd in Monroe County, had a big crowd in Troy, and I understand that Hillcrest, first game of the year, had an $8,000 gate, and so we come into our first game, Hillcrest undefeated with, Coach, why don't you explain a little bit about that now as we go into our crowd deal about Hillcrest having 4 schools together.
Well, what they have done at Hillcrest is they combined Evergreen, Repton, Lieffian, and Conecuh County, which was at Castleberry, and hired Doug Barfield, who used to be the head coach at Auburn University.
So, Coach, I tell you what, that's a big task now. I know you've been in this coaching, a few years. I won't say how many, but a few years, and you've had a lot of victories on your belt. Have you ever coached against a college coach before?
Never have coached against a SEC head coach. I've coached against some of the assistants from the SEC, but never a head coach before.
Well, what will be the difference? Will this make any difference, Coach, how you go prepare for this ball game, knowing what Coach Barfield has been all through the ropes? Will it make you prepare any different?
No. Coach Barfield not going to get to play in it, so we're going to prepare for those boys that he's got playing for him. And that's the main worry we have is the speed he has in the backfield and the size he's got up front.
You'd love for him to be playing, though, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir. He'd be about as valuable as I am.
We was at a Booster Club meeting a while ago, and some of them in there talking about, they were so excited they'd like to be playing again, but I don't believe I'd like to be out there.
And they wouldn't either. They wouldn't want any of that 110-degree weather.
All right, Coach, we'll get on Hillcrest in just a minute because that's the next thing. You know, we play them one at a time. That's the next big one. But the Troy Trojans, I tell you, that was a big victory for us, and offensively and defensively, I know we still made a few mistakes, so we still got room to improve, haven't we?
That's right. Well, again, we did the same thing we did over at Monroe County. We carried the ball down and scored and made our 2-point conversion, felt real good, kicked off. They brought the ball right back up the field and scored in 6 plays. I thought, mercy, we're right back to Monroe County again. But we made some adjustments, and from that time on, the defense played a good football game.
You know, we made, like you said, against Monroe County, we made one mistake or one series that they took it in easy. Troy took it in easy one series. We got to cut that out. But, you know, if we just make one mistake or one series a game, maybe that'll be all right.
Well, we're hoping to eliminate that series.
If we eliminate that, we'll be in good shape. Coach, what about our injuries? Did we have anybody injured?
Well, we had some injured in the first half. Antonio Edwards was knocked half goofy in the second half, got kicked under the chin, and Aaron Hightower was playing with a severe cold, and Larry Rogers got bruised ribs, and we already had Booth out of the game at a tackle, and we had Jowers out at a tackle. So we were thin the offensive line, but none of the injuries were really serious. The worst thing we've got right now is Keith Wise has an infected ear after the game.
Well, good. Well, a lot of injuries, but it seems like everybody will be back.
We're counting on everybody being back and ready for that, unless somebody gets hurt during the week.
And if Aaron had a severe cold, can we give him that again this week? Because he looked mighty good with a cold.
We'll let him play with a cold anytime he wants to.
Coach, any other comments about the Troy game before we get in this film?
No, let's roll it and let them see it.
All right, after these words, we'll get into the Trojan film. All right, Bobcats kicking off here, Coach, at the start of the ball game.
We started this game off and jumped right in right to start with and had 2 big defensive plays in a row. I believe on this first one, Reggie Ware sacks him. He does. We came with a hard blitz and was there. The very next play, we cause a fumble over here. They come left, and we get the good hit. Cox hits him right there, and the ball pops out, and Jake Donaldson recovers it. We in business.
Early in the ball game, big turnover. You got to take advantage of every opportunity you get.
No doubt about that, but we didn't on this one. We committed 2 mistakes in a row, but that's just life, and that's just mistakes that we made that we have to correct.
We made 2 big plays, though. Reggie made a real big play, and Richard Cox made a real big play there, and Jake right where he needed to be.
Now this first one we catch them unaware. They're looking for the blast play, and we faked the blast and hit the man in the corner. We had them beat. They just couldn't hang on to this one. We come right back with an option, and we ready to walk in on the option, and we just dropped the ball. But you see, it's just one of those things that we've got to keep working on till we correct.
We had an opportunity at Monroe County, and they turned it over to us, and we got it right back, but turned it back over, and same thing here. But neither time it has really been that bad so far.
We played good defense here in this drive. We had good gang tackling. The whole defensive wall played well. I was looking at the chart tonight. Antonio and Keith and Tony Kirkland and Wismer and all these people had about an equal number of tackles the other night. That's a big play right there. We scooped down. That was Ware and Logan. McTeer does a good job bringing this ball back.
He didn't want to go down, Coach.
No, he fights for yardage and gets it back down here and gets us pretty decent field position. We're about the 35, 36-yard line. Start with a counter dive and get a good gain on that. Larry Rogers running.
That line's coming off the ball good, Coach.
The line on that side, that was Taylor and Kirkland cross trap for him and gave him a good hole.
Keith
Wise running the ball. I believe we score on this play.
This is as good a run as you want to see, Coach.
Reggie Ware makes a good block on this. He butts that man flat over, and then Larry just outruns him and tight ropes the line and puts it on in for us.
He gives that little hip fake and just took it on. He really could have been caught in the backfield. Just a great run.
We go for two, and Aaron runs the ball in. We have an option on that. And I believe coming up is the only time during the whole night that we didn't really play heads-up football.
8-0 in favor of the Bobcats early. It's always nice to be ahead, Coach, early in the game.
No doubt about that. Keith Wise did a good job of kicking it, much better even in Monroe County. You see, this one goes in the end zone. There's no chance for return.
And the next one, I believe it was, a couple of them was real high down about the 1 or 2 yard line. That puts you defense in a lot better position if you can keep holding them back.
No doubt. Incomplete. He makes a fantastic throw here in a minute. I still don't see how he got the ball away and on the money. This is a good quarterback.
Whole group of there in the middle making the tackle for the Bobcats.
I believe we have good pressure. Watch this pass. It's up high, and it drops right in the hole right between three of our men. That gave them a big first down. This is an option, and we missed a tackle on it. We played the first two men on the option and let the third one away.
Tony Kirkland was hustling down the field from his tackle position to help out with Antonio on the tackle.
All the way from the backside.
That wants to win, Coach, when them linemen are getting hustling back down there. It's a good effort.
That was Kirkland again, was the first hitter on that. It's cut back, and we over pursued to the middle, and we left the hole, and they see that, and they start taking advantage of it in this drive. It takes us a while to get this corrected. Same play. Looked like he was out of school early.
It's excited. They just keep running that play.
Yeah, they ran it, and they found that spot that we were over pursuing in, and they took advantage of it. They're going for two now, and they convert. Throw a middle pass. It's 8-8.
3:36 left in the first quarter, and all of a sudden Troy makes a good drive. But that's about it, Coach.
That was it. We come right back and get our heads up and start and bring the ball right back down the field. He had the short chop kick, which was a good one.
Reggie Ware run the ball.
Antonio Edwards.
Good blocking up front, Coach, by Donnie Bryant, Greg Taylor, Brian McCall, Jacob Davis, and Tony Kirkland on the offensive line, along with the tight end Michael Hines and Sean Brown split in.
Yes, they blocked really good. Anytime you see us moving the ball, you're getting good blocking. That was a good throw.
Good pass that time, but old Troy boy put a pretty good lick on him.
Yes, he did. I believe that's where Larry comes up with another. This is a good block out here on the corner, and I believe it's enough to give us our first down. Blocking's the name of the game. Here we go again. We got a good block on the corner. Ooh. A little late there. That's a great block right there by Brian McCall. He got out there, and that was Mike Hines coming across, and we hit him real good. We threw the ball well Friday night. Counter dive again.
Larry Rogers.
And Antonio scoots on in the end zone. We back ahead again.
Antonio said, I need 6 points. He lowered his head and put that in the end zone. Coach, you made them 2 points look easy Friday night.
We put in a new play.
That looked good. All
It's
right.
the same. We use the same play 3 times.
16-8 in favor of the Bobcats. Still in the first quarter.
Good kick. It was high. Good cover. That's old Kevin Foley. That rascal's down there on every kickoff.
I was fixing to
return.
say, on the punting, kickoffs, it don't matter. He's the first one. I believe he wants to hit somebody.
Boy, he'll hit you good. Old Nader. That's good defense.
Look at that.
Was good gang defense.
Keith, I think, was the first one to hit him, and the whole group came in there.
Keith had a sack, and Reggie had a sack.
All right, that's it. All right. We're going to start in here in the second quarter now with Troy with a football, Coach.
More good
Bingo.
defense. That's
two
Keith
captains.
Wise and Antonio and Kirkland all in there on that option stop. Quarterback
bingo.
sneak, but Antonio stepped up along with, I believe we got Keith Hines in now. That's still Reggie. Wismer closed down real quickly then. As long as you don't make 2 yards on quarterback sneak, we'll live with that.
Along with Jake Donaldson. Hey, what a quarterback took a punishment there a couple times.
Yeah. Cost him 5.
I bet a quarterback told the coach, don't call that play anymore.
Toss sweep. Keith does a good job turning him in. Kirkland and Antonio and Wismer make the tackle.
Bingo.
I believe this is where Scott Parker jumps up and intercepts the ball. That was a big play. Scott played well Friday night. Glad to see Scott start getting over his injuries. This is a screen. We should have cut this back inside, and there was a hole there you could run a diesel through. Now this is, I don't know what that was. I don't recognize that as one of our plays, but we'll find out sooner or later.
That was just a little miscue.
I think it was. We're trying the halfback pass here, and he ends up and has to run the ball. I believe that's where Keith gets roughed. I think he got roughed about 3 times. Got the punt away, and they knocked the rip out of him.
And still got a good punt out of it.
He had it excellent. We get the ball back with a first down.
Our punting and kickoff coach has really been good.
Yes, it has. We're getting where we cover good, and we've been kicking the ball good. That makes a big difference. We complete this and lose it down on the 3-yard line.
Coach, every one of our passes right on target. Right?
I'm telling you, they threw the ball well the other night. Aaron put it there.
So we got 7:51 here left in the first half, and they got penalized half of this to go.
Kirkland stood him up. Got help from several after that. Wismer's there. There, that quarterback sneak. Antonio comes up and pops him.
He turned sideways that time.
Yes, sir.
Right.
He didn't go straight. This is a hit.
Ooh, bingo.
Mike Tear ripped him real good on that one.
He won't look inside again.
We decided not to take a chance on roughing him there. We knew we'd have good field position. We convert this drive, best I can remember, into a touchdown.
Right before the half, we get 2 more touchdowns here before the half.
Yeah. We had 4 different people score with the ball the other night. 4 different backs. This is a swing pass.
That's a pretty pass there, Coach.
It's a read type thing. We're reading 2 receivers at the same time, and we give it to the one the strong safety doesn't take.
You know that swing pass, Coach, it doesn't look like it's a hard pass. That's a real touchy pass to throw.
You have to work on it in practice every day and read it every day.
Reggie Ware run the ball last play.
Counter dive back through here. Rogers running. Keith Wise running the football. I believe it's a touchdown coming up. It is.
Reverse.
Great block right there. That guard, that's Brian McCall, did a fine job. Reggie just goes around the corner. We come back with a 2-point conversion play and score again.
Coach, as easy as that look, we're going to continue going for 2?
We're going to go for 2 part of the time, kick part of the time. We decided that was something we had to work on after Monroe County. Another good kickoff. Now, we have great coverage. They bring the ball back up right. That's Kevin Hall fights off 2 blockers there and makes the tackle. We knew where they were going to bring it. We let him get inside of us, and Keith pursues all the way around and gets him along with Jake Donaldson.
He paid for it.
He paid for that one.
Coach, that defense has been playing so good. There is James Logan, Reggie Ware, Tony Kirkland, Jamie Wismer, Keith Wise, and Richard Cox on the line. Linebacker Antonio Edwards, and in secondary Jake Donaldson, William McTeer, Larry Rogers, and William Hines.
They have come a long way. That was Tony Kirkland that calls that. It was really an intentional grounding, but they just called it an incomplete pass. It's that quarterback sneak again.
Keith Hines gets in the game here right now in the second half, too, and makes a lot of tackles.
He's in right now. This is Keith. He makes the last, he makes a big sack. That's a good play. We came back in here, and that was Keith Wise on the option. Tony Kirkland took away the first option. Keith knocked him down behind the line for a 5-yard loss. Here, that was Keith Hines chasing him, and that was a good play by Scott Parker in knocking that ball down.
Almost had his second interception.
Yes, sir. Here comes,
bingo.
That was Crittenden that hit him behind. Antonio almost picked that one off. This is McTeer again. He almost pops that out of here. We're in here now with new backs. That was Bubba Washington. Good running. We have Tito Brundage in the game. We have Germany in the game. We have new backs.
Running hard, too, Coach.
Got to get that up just a little tighter. Now you fixing to see a pretty fake. This is a option that the quarterback has on every play. Here it comes. He'd been reading and he saw that man going down inside. So Aaron tucked it and he's gone to the racetrack.
He just took it around the end. Him and Larry both Friday night. Looked like the defensive people didn't know they had that much speed, and when they turned the corner, it was all over.
Right.
And Scott Parker kicks the extra point.
I believe that was Keith Wise kicked that.
Was that Keith?
Keith?
That's Keith Wise.
Yeah, that's Keith Wise.
My fault. I got my numbers mixed.
Here they come down with that right return again. There's Foley and Kevin Hall. Good pressure. We are in a prevent type defense now. We backed off. We just want to make sure that they don't get in the end zone.
Getting a lot of people to the ball still.
That's Keith.
They're getting back there on him. All right, we're back into third quarter action now with the Bobcats receiving the ball.
The best part about this half is we got to play all of our football team. They all got to play a lot. In fact, we stayed with our young group except for the offensive line the first few plays. That was Washington running the football, Darrell Washington. Made a good game.
Scott Parker quarterback now.
Right. That's German, and this is a great run.
Yeah.
He almost breaks this thing. That's great individual effort.
He was ready to get right end zone.
We've put in our whole complete second unit right now. Line, the whole works. And they stay in the rest of the night. Mosley's at fullback. Washington running the ball. We let somebody escape a block then and get in. That's Mosley running the ball. We tripped. That was Tito Brundage. That's good running by Washington. Came up a half foot short. That was a good hit. We didn't lock up, though.
Look how many people got around the ball, too. People getting back, hustling to the ball.
That's Kirkland way back in there hitting. We substituted through the defense as we went along. We have Michael Hines playing middle linebacker now. I believe Jason Conley's on one side and Cox on the other side. We've basically taken all the starters out.
And it is a first down, Trojans. Charles Henderson high, first and 10 at their 49. Mike Huter to Steve Brockton.
All these boys are enjoying it now, Coach. Everybody getting in. Everybody's enjoying getting in the big football game and early in the second half, too.
The big thing about this is you think about the other people. They're short on points, and we knew the game. We had the game in control. So you think about your young players. They need a chance to get on the field and play, too. And they got to play the whole second half, and they got a lot of playing time. And 10 minutes of playing time to them is worth 5 days of practice.
Especially with a day like today when you had to get out there and get hit like they did today.
Ooh.
You know, it's worth it to get out there on Friday night.
They needed something today to kind of take the bruise off.
Jake Donaldson making tackle.
The big thing, they never did let Troy score. We never did take them out, and we didn't shore it back up. They just bowed their neck. And this is an option play right here. We had a good stop in by Carnley. And our young folks never did let them score. We weren't going to take them out even if they had let them score. We missed a tackle here. We bow our necks.
Fumble and the Bobcats recover.
I believe that was Keith Hines. Keith Hines had 2 fumble recoveries Friday night. Keith Hines has really improved. These young linemen fire out there pretty well. They jump all sides. We still have some trouble picking up stunts. We're running laterally instead of squaring our shoulders and coming upfield, but we'll get all that worked out. Mosley running the ball. That's good hard running. That was Washington. Came up again about 2 feet short.
Coach's snapping has been real good this year.
Greg Taylor really does a good job of snapping punts and extra points.
There's Foley again.
Foley's around the football. He'll sacrifice his body anytime to get in and make a tackle.
It'd probably be a shame if you had everybody covering punts and kickoffs like Foley did for the opponents.
I'd like to see it that way. You know, Texas A&M has that 12th man team. I believe he'd qualify. That's a pretty good play there. That's Logan. We just let this one roll. We decided we better not even try to field it.
Off has the ball again.
You see, we're staying real. That's good running by Mosley. Searched for the hole, had his head up, his feet behind his shoulder pad.
William Hines running the ball. And so that's the end of the third. All right, we're going into the fourth quarter now. 31-8 in favor of the Bobcats. A lot of new people in the game now.
It's good straight ahead, man. That was Washington running the ball, man. Real good cut, punt coverage. A lot of folks around that ball. That was a dangerous man. Number 22 won the state 220 track meet last year. He can fly. That was we had folks on the wrong side of football, I think there. That was the reason for that unusual formation. I bet Troy thought we had a real special game plan because it seemed every time we lined up wrong was in the right place.
Center tried to, he just tried to run it himself there, Coach.
I guess he saw that big hole.
Well, Coach,
see, we're all over here now. Watch him run right into it.
They think you knowing what's going on.
That's right. They think, look at that, bring it right into where we had everybody.
They coaches over there say, how are you figuring out what the play is going on?
That's Kevin Hall made that hit. Pretty good running of that. We got a penalty for this one. We're in locked up. They're back down here pretty close. They make a couple of mistakes too. played that option pretty well.
A lot of team tackling there.
They jump offside again, puts them back 5. Good pressure. Michael Hines out there covering.
That was 4th down, Coach.
Mosley running the ball again. We stayed real basic in the second half, as you can see.
Let that clock run.
He's searching for the hole in. Good game.
Now 4th down, Bobcats coming again. Deep wide, coming.
A lot of people around the ball. We got it back because they roughed the punter. It's Germany again. But they got good, quick feet. Mosley.
Mosley got to run the ball more than a lot of starters did.
Yeah, he stuck that ball up in there. Same thing. That's pretty punishing when you're in there at that fullback slot. That was Bruce Crittenden. We got him in to let him run. Bruce is an outside linebacker. Now, they broke through there then and knocked Germany down. We come up with another pass interception here in a minute. That was Kevin Hall and Bruce Crittenden in on that tackle. That Ronnie Mosley stepped in there and picked that pass off. A quick pass to tight end. Mosley running the ball, and that was the game.
A big win over Troy, 31-8, 2-0. Things looking mighty good.
Well, we appreciate that, but like I told the boys, we have to enjoy that on the weekend and then start getting ready for the next one, because the next one is the important one. And these first two give us momentum and give us confidence, but we can't be overconfident. We have to work hard because Hillcrest has a good football team.
As Antonio said, he was looking at Hillcrest Friday night coming home.
They were talking about Hillcrest all the way home the other night. They know that if we're going to have a successful season, we just have to take them one at a time, and we can't overlook anybody, because if you overlook somebody, they're going to be the very ones going to whip you.
You said Hillcrest had speed and size.
Hillcrest has extreme speedy people. They have 4 people with good speed. They inherited 2 Robinson boys from down at Connecticut County that can fly. And then they have great big linemen. They have several linemen in 230, 35-pound range. I
tell you, Coach, after the 2 big wins now, we still got a lot of excitement here in town. Everything is picking up, and we sure want to fill that stadium up Friday night with people. And we was talking at the Booster Club tonight. Kenneth Booth said, make sure that you call him. We've got about 60 reserve seats left. And if you need a reserve seat, call Kenneth at his house, and he'll have the sheet for you ready to go.
Sounds good to me, and we sure would like to see everybody in Opp out supporting us in this ball game. This is our first home ball game, and it does the kids a great deal of good to see those stands full.
Oh, they do. You know, Coach, like you said, the last 2 weeks, you really took the home field advantage away from the other people just if you got the number of people there. So this week, though, we want to give the home field advantage back to Opp, where everybody knows that we got a larger crowd.
That's right. We've equalized both teams on the road. Now, what we want to do is make this our home field advantage. So come out and support us.
had $8,000 gate at Hillcrest, so we know Hillcrest is going to be here at Opp Friday night, and we want to make sure that the Opp fans are here. Any final comments, Coach?
No, just come support us, and we're mighty proud of the boys.
Coach, we're proud of you, proud of Opp Bobcats, and like you said, we've had a lot of team effort, and we really had a lot of town support and a lot of town effort too.
That we have, and I have one more comment I'd like to finish up with tonight. I'd like to mention the fact that Johnny Grimes and Eddie Hill and Jack Wiggum and Ricky Moody work hard every day, and they are good coaches, and I just appreciate having them on the staff and the job that they do, because they really do a good job of coaching.
Coach, I never have seen a staff that seems like to me that's more together and more supportive of you and everybody working together. And I like what you comment about, which people have to realize a lot. When you have your meetings, you go over things in your office, everything stays in there, everything negative stays in your office, and when you get out, everything is positive. And I think the coaches and you have done a tremendous job.
Thank you for that, and we have made up our mind that we're going to stay together, and we're going to not let any negativism slip into our staff, and it is a good staff.
It sure is, Coach. Congratulations again, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody in Chanel Lee Stadium this Friday night at 7:30 when the Opp Bobcats play Hillcrest. Good night. See you next Tuesday night.